Hey Aquarius, I'm Empress Rose. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. We take what works, we leave what doesn't. I'm going to start with the Moonology Work Your Light magic cards. I don't know why I always add the word magic in there. It doesn't occur anywhere in the title. But this big monster deck we're going to start off with an intuitive, oracle-y vibe. And then we're going to move on to more traditional tarot spread with the Santa Muerte Tarot deck. All right, what do we have for Aquarius this week? Ooh, yeah, let's get grounded here. What do we have for Aquarius? I almost have something. I never know what... If I don't catch a wavelength, if I ever catch a wavelength on this one, if I don't catch a wavelength on this one, go check your other major placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or I believe any placement you just found out about or learned about or find exciting. Oh, that's what I'm staring too much. It's an Aquarius. It doesn't want to be put on the spot. Okay. Moonology cards. Oh, okay. Emotions are running high. You know exactly how you feel and what you think. There's no mysteries here. There's no hidden emotions, no secret subconscious things managing your life for you right now in this situation. I'm sure there are. We all have subconscious issues going on all the time. But emotions are running high. How you feel is obvious. It's loud. It's clear. It's very obvious to you. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. This could be a new team, any kind of new relationship, a new team member. I mean, it says romantic, but I wish it said relationship. A new relationship cycle begins. This could be with someone that's been in your life for a long time and you're just kind of starting out on a new footing or starting out or reconnecting, or this could be somebody new, completely new that you're meeting, that you're teaming up with, or just the dynamic of the relationship changes a little bit. So now it's something else, or now it's more, there's a lot of give and take here. There's an equality here, a fairness, but adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. There's some things to do yet, some places to go, some obstacles to overcome still here. So you might have to adjust your expectations, something has to shift or has to change a little bit for this to happen. We're not all the way there and there's some challenges ahead. Adjustments will be required, rethinking some things. I don't know, figuring out how something's going to work. Maybe it's not the type of relationship you thought it was going to be, and it's going to be actually a very different relationship. Which is interesting because emotions are running high. That's like, they're obvious, they're clear. Your emotions are very clear. So what needs to be adjusted here is kind of interesting. Adjusting expectations. But it's a nice reciprocal, you might have to adjust some things in your life, you know. Sometimes we have to make room for new things in our life. All right. Here is Aquarius, your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. I like this in your inner landscape. Kind of reminds me of how those Moonology cards came out. Little bit stubborn. Okay, so in your recent past, you have a Five of Wands. This is, in this deck, this is a moment of discovery. This is self-discovery, so discovering a new inspiring thing that you hadn't maybe seen before. Some sort of, I always think of it as like our psyches have these mansions in them, and you've discovered a new room in your mansion of your psyche. You've discovered something new. You're starting to get a look around. You're seeing something for the first time with fresh eyes. This is a very inspired vibe. Very exciting to discover something. There's a moment of discovery here, of realizing something, understanding something, and having some sort of light go on of like, oh, that's what that is. Oh my gosh. So some sort of light's gone on. You see something differently, see something in a new way. In your current situation, you have the Queen of Cups. This is somebody who knows how they feel. This could be you. This could be you, especially since you've had this discovery moment, or this could be somebody else in your life. Knows how they feel and wants to offer some sort of deep connection. Okay, fine. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay, someone's offering a deep, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It's just a deep, connected, emotionally grounded, connected offering, or somebody here really knows how they feel and they're ready to share it. So that could be you, especially with this Five of Wands and this sense of discovery happening, but this ready to share how they feel, ready to share some sort of love and support. You know, she's just like, take love, I have it, take it, please. So there's an enthusiastic, both understanding. So we already have the understanding and sharing here. Someone's very happy to share a piece of their heart, how they really feel. And I mean that in the best possible way. Not like, tell us how you really feel, but I mean like, how you really feel. It's love. Emotions are running high. I mean, look at, this is like way out there. Her heart is way out there. She's got full arm extension here. She's not like, here's my heart. She's like, here's my heart. Like there's this full extension. There's a full, very obvious display of affection, I guess, is what we're looking at. Could be you, could be somebody else. An enthusiastic, full display of affection, which could start a relationship going. Start something moving. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a partnership of some kind. You can just be like, hey, can we partner? I really admire you. I really like what you're doing. I'd really like to work with you. You know, that's a full-hearted relationship building conversation right there, right? So, but here's what's on your mind. Two of Swords, stubborn, blocked. I don't think you're worried that somebody might block this offer, might refuse this offer. This is refusal. This is these tools could this scissors could put itself together and be a very functional tool, be very functional, but it doesn't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to. So there's something here. You could end up being blocked, and if you're the one making this offer, you're very worried about that. You could also end up blocking something. Well, adjustments are required. Yeah, with this too, this scissors needs an adjustment. It's got, I don't know if you can see it, but the blades are pointed out. It's useless, right? Everything's here. It just needs to be reoriented. So everything's here, but there's some sort of adjustment that needs to be required. That's really fascinating. Like, it's hard for me to imagine what kind of adjustment needs to happen here. Like the scissors needs to be put back together. But what's that a metaphor for? Sharper thinking that works together. I don't know, but Two of Swords is typically a blocking energy. So you could either be worried about blocking something, you're worried about being blocked. So then this must be you making the offering. If you're worried about being blocked, or worried about it not working, something not working out as is. And that's what we're saying, that we're saying something isn't going to work out as is. Something has to be figured out. Something has to be adjusted. These scissors have to be taken apart and then put back together again in a better way that makes more sense. So an adjustment is required. You could be very worried about this adjustment. Maybe you're worried that you misread a situation, that you looked at and you were like, these are scissors. And then they're like, actually, no, honey, these are not scissors yet. They could be, but they're not yet. So some sort of adjustment, and you're worried about it. You don't like it. I think you're very worried about either blocked or being misunderstood or misunderstanding something. And there's a sense of stubbornness here too. A refusal to be used. So I think this is where our adjustments are required, is your hopes and fears. Maybe it's your hopes and your fears that need adjustment. Maybe you need to adjust what you're hoping for and adjust what you're afraid of. Get those two things working for you rather than not working at all. Oh my gosh. Then we have this is a really well-balanced spread. There's no major arcana here, but it's very well-balanced. Page of Cups. We have sort of somebody, this is really fascinating because somebody knows something, somebody sees something, and this is somebody not seeing something, choosing not to see something, not being very curious about their emotions, You know, this would normally be someone just quietly figuring out how they feel, figuring out how they think, but there's somebody here that's not figuring it out. Well, this is where this is refusal, right? Refusal, and then we're getting refusal to engage emotionally, refusal to engage with emotions, to look at feelings. Is that you? Is that the other party here? Is that the other part of the scale here? But there's a lack of curiosity about feelings, about emotions, a lack of exploration. Someone here isn't exploring, isn't learning about feelings, isn't interested, isn't paying any attention to it, isn't learning about something. Somebody here has a lack of curiosity. I think these two things seem to go together to me, as far as like not wanting to see something, lacking curiosity, not wanting to fix something, or not wanting to learn how to fix these scissors and get them upright, just not wanting. Somebody here doesn't want the adjustments, doesn't want to adjust, isn't interested in what those adjustments are. They like it the way it is, or like what they think, they like what they see, but there's a lack of curiosity, a lack of fascination, a lack of exploration going on here. And it's all leading to a lack of understanding, a lack of possibly mutually understanding. This is really interesting because emotions are running high. They're very obvious, but I think they're very obvious for one person in this situation, and they're not very obvious to the other person. We've got someone with a lot of emotional maturity here, a lot of clarity on how they feel, and we've got somebody else who is just sort of not really paying any attention. But you don't have to feel the same things, right? Just because you feel one thing doesn't mean that the other person feels the same thing. Everybody here is feeling different, and that's okay. That's we're all exactly where we need to be. So whoever's not understanding this reverse Page of Cups, this person not engaging with their feelings very much, they're right where they need to be. Who knows why? Who knows how? But they're doing their thing too, right? They have a right to be exactly where they are too. So, and then we have Five of Pentacles in your environment. There's lots of drudge work, lots of just one step in front of the other, and every day looks the same as the last. Just moving forward, step by step, doing the work, going to work, moving forward. There's just sort of a monotonous drudgery going on in somebody's life. But there is movement. There, maybe there's walking. There could be travel. There could be a travel plan here, or something like that. You could be walking into something or seeing something. It's like this Five of Wands sits right above this Five of Pentacles, and so I want to say that there's some sort of progress going on here. It's subtle. It's subtle progress, but it is progressing. It's subtle, and maybe, yeah, it's subtle progress. And then we have, oh my gosh, your to-do list is Eight of Wands, communication, passionate communication. So I do see that this is you. Communicate how you feel, communicate your passion, communicate. This other person maybe just doesn't even know, can't even see it, but you do. You've had some sort of light bulb moment. Communicating how you feel. Here she is. Here's her heart. Here's her heart coming out of her mouth, sort of. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to just metaphorically offer it. Communication. This could also be travel. It's a fast-moving, passionate communication, basically. The jaw's wide open here. We've got roses doing the talking. There's a lot of communicating that needs to happen. Sharing, passionate sharing that needs to happen. Maybe the adjustment is that you can't be waiting. You can't be waiting for the other person to figure it out because they're not looking, they're not paying attention. You have to tell them how you feel. That makes me uncomfortable too, okay? And then you have where you're going is this Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, working together, maybe literally working together. Because maybe this could be a work situation, like I said, a partnership. But working together, having everything you need here. We've got the soil, the sun, and the water all coming together to grow these little intuitive seeds. Oh no, these aren't intuitive seeds. These are pentacles. Growing something in reality. Something actually starts growing, starts moving. Everybody start working together. It's bringing it into reality, bringing it to fruition. I mean, it's just in the baby stages still, but you keep watering that thing, you're going to get something delicious out of those little plants that we're growing here. Working together. Growth, bringing something into reality. But you have to talk about it first. You're going to have to plan and scheme and talk about and whatever before it can start even coming into reality. But all the elements will be there to grow this. But it needs expression first. And maybe that's the adjustment. Maybe the adjustment is that you have to do the communicating. All right. Oh, I like this one. Ride with spirit unbroken. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences to let your wild heart be free. Now is that time. Okie doke. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much. This was like a short reading, but it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. And the other ones, I'm like, this was really long, I'm sorry. And this one, I'm like, this is too short, I'm sorry. So I'm a little having a Goldilocks moment here. The next one will be just right. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that this is a beautiful experience for you. Looks like it's going to lead to a lot of growth. So that's cool. That's what we're here for. So anyway, thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments. I very much appreciate them.